Hey Amstrad fans, today we're taking a look at Chase HQ, the legendary arcade game and one of my favourite games of all time. In fact, if you remember back to one of my earliest videos of me talking on my top 20 Amstrad games, this was at number 3 in the list. And so here we go, there's the title screen. And there's a lovely intro sequence. Start up some live gameplay footage, which is really cool. No music. We got digitised sound effects though. Check that out. Just like in the arcade. So we got our broadcast from Nancy at Chase HQ. Ralph the Idaho Slasher is fleeing towards the suburbs. Anyway, yeah, we're playing the 128K version, which had digitised sound effects, like you just heard, and also sampled speech.
Hold on, man.
Check that out, awesome. And also the 128K version, it loads up all the stages in one go. Got 5 stages. Anyway, here we go, and just check that out. Just look at the gorgeous graphics. Brilliant sound effects, just right for a driving game. But more importantly, just look how smoothly it plays, and the scaling and you know, draw distance and all that kind of stuff. Frame rate of this as well. Just compare it to my last couple of driving game videos, like Cisco Heat and Turbo Outrun. This is just like you know, light years ahead, and how it should be done. Now, to be fair, it's not an easy game to convert, but they've managed to get everything moving smoothly and fast, especially with like all the hills and dips as well. The horizon moves correctly. Got tunnels. I mean, it's from a programming point of view, like the skill to just activate the turbo. Just check out that speed there. Even your car takes off as well. The sprites look great as well. Just look at that Porsche 928 sprite. Beautiful. You couldn't get a more spot-on arcade conversion than this. And obviously the point of the game is you've got a minute to basically catch up with the car you're chasing. Then you've got a further minute to smash it off the road. And you get 3 turbos per game. But as I was saying, from a programming point of view, what a complicated game to, you know, produce. Just the mathematics involved of, you know, basically, I don't know how they did it. Being a sort of a programmer myself, well, really more back in the day, I did programming at uni and stuff. The maths involved of getting the you know, the horizon, the hills correctly, you know, sprite scaling, mind blowing really. Obviously, you know, as a gameplay, you just kind of accept it and you know, expect it to work as it should do. But you know, for me, I really sort of thought about how the programmers have achieved this. And it's a fantastic job, and it was one guy programming as well. Looking it up, it was John O'Brien. He also did WEC Le Mans, which is another brilliant driving game, and he also did Burning Rubber, the game that everyone got with their Plus Machines and GX4000 console. I'm not surprised. I think he also did the Untouchables as well, which is another great conversion. Another great Ocean product. I just love how the enemy sprite as well, the enemy car, the flames get bigger as you smash him up. There's smoke coming out the back of the vehicle there. And just little touches like this, the computer takes over and you know, drives a car and pulls him over. Just brilliant. And the graphics as well. Bill Harbison doing the graphics there, they look absolutely gorgeous. Both those guys though, they both did the Spectrum version, which was absolutely brilliant as well. There's really nothing in it between the Spectrum and Amstrad versions, apart from the Amstrad's got more colour. So for me, it just nudges it if we did a 8-bit Wars or something like that. Let's hear the sampled speech here.
Go, Mr. Driver.
Let's go, Mr. Driver. Famous line from the arcade. So on to the second level, and we've got a whole different landscape here, you know. Looks like we're out in the desert somewhere. What do you reckon, Arizona? Oops, crash there. And we've even got the helicopter appearing as well, like in the original. Absolutely brilliant. For an arcade conversion, you know, it's never gonna be exactly like the arcade original, you know. I mean, that's got massive dedicated hardware. But you know, I don't think you can get a more arcade perfect conversion on like an 8-bit machine, which has like probably less than a tenth of the power of the you know, the hardware running in the arcade machine. Now the original arcade machine, I think that was based around basically Outrun's hardware. A bit like our first-person shooters these days are based on, you know, like Call of Duty engines or the Quake engine or something like that. But as far as conversions go, I mean, you put this next to the Outrun conversion, and you know, we know how awful the Outrun conversion was. It's absolutely dreadful. But oh, completely muffed that one up there. We're still gonna catch him up. On those bends, you wanna start as soon as you see the bend appearing in the distance. You wanna start steering as soon as possible, especially if you're going at top speed. And on a bend like that, you do want to go above about 230 miles an hour. Although I suppose if I want to grumble, you know, 230 miles an hour or kilometers per hour, you know, that's you're not travelling that fast, you know. It looks like you're going probably about 60 or 70 miles an hour tops. But that's stupid arcade games for you, and they're unrealistic, you know. Perhaps a minor quibble, I'd like to see the speedometer at the bottom of the screen near your car sprite, so so you can help you judge your speed as you're going around bends and stuff, rather than taking your eye off your sprite to look up, and just for that split second you might find yourself flying off the road. But that's only a minor gripe. Any other gripes? I really can't think of anything. I mean, the graphics, the sound effects, the gameplay and programming, it's, you know, it's a 10 out of 10. Maybe you could have done some music on like the title screen and on the ending. That would have been nice. And there is a decent ending to this as well, so watch out for that. It's going to have to be in 2 parts though, so the final 2 stages will be in part 2. Okay, pull over, creep. I've been meaning to do this long play for really a long time actually, probably since I opened my YouTube channel. But my good friend on YouTube, Axelino, he's already done another long play, so I thought I'd leave it a bit of time. You know, it's not fair to sort of you know, put up a video, competing video within a few weeks of each other. But this is one of my favourite games of all time, so I've been desperate to do it for a long time. Let's see what he has to say this time.
Giddy up, boy.
Giddy up, boy. Just love those little touches. So I love, you know, the majority of Ocean produced games, especially sort of 1988 onwards. They really produce some quality products and threw a lot of things into their games, and often gave the Amstrad version a lot of care and attention and a lot of time, whereas other companies like Denmark and US Gold especially, they tended to like leave the Amstrad version to last and just rush it out almost unfinished, and more often than not unplayable as well, and just generally crap. Just wish more companies had taken heed of Ocean and followed their example. But Ocean had a lot of great in-house programmers. They've always have done, right from the days of Joffa Smith on the Spectrum. Rest in peace, mate. He passed away sadly recently, and up to their glory days in like the late 80s, early 90s. It's a shame they don't exist to this day. I'm sure they've been bought out by someone. I'll perhaps check for the next video, next part of this, and see who they got swallowed up by. Sugar, I've really naffed this one up. Oh, really screwing this one up, but I think we're still going to catch him. Oh yeah, and just check what happens with the car sprite when you do actually catch him up. It should be any second when he gets below 20 distance. See the little hand pop out there and put the flashing light on top of the roof of the car. Oh, brilliant! Another great little touch there, and also the the flashing lights in the top left and right of the screen. Brilliant, brilliant! I absolutely love it. Deservedly my top 3 games on the Amstrad of all time. Now, of course, I've talked about Chase HQ2 plenty of times, especially so over my last couple of videos, the Cisco Heat video. Obviously, you should know by now that Chase HQ2 was a cart-only release for the Amstrad, and it's the holy grail of games. There's only 2 known copies in existence, the second of which appeared on eBay recently, going for 900 quid plus. But as I said in my Cisco Heat video, don't expect it to be anywhere near as good as this version, the original. If you watch the Cisco Heat video, it's a programming team ICE behind that game, and they also did the Chase HQ2 sequel, which is apparently identical to the Spectrum version, just with added colours. You can go and watch the Chase HQ2 video on YouTube. I know Otter72 and Spinny Flock have put it up there, and it's absolutely terrible. So we'll just stick with the original one here, thank you very much. And we've got him. And that's the end of stage 3. So yeah, like I said as well in the Cisco Heat video, if the new owner of the Chase HQ2 cart can get in touch with me via YouTube messaging or via the gx4000.co.uk site, my email address is on there. We can get the Chase HQ2 cart dumped safely without damaging the cart, and we can get the hardware to you to do that with instructions, so please do get in touch. Anyway, it's time to move on to part 2 because we've run out of time on this 15-minute section. for the inner two levels. So see you there. Cheers. Bye.